Hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady, and it is time for day number 7 of 12 days of Christmas in July 2026. Today I'm going to show you how to create this festive box without any cutting dies. It is super easy to create. So first I'm going to start with the green card measuring 4.5 by 8 inches, and I'm going to score it at half an inch all the way down, and then I'm going to turn it 90 degrees and I'm going to score it at 4 inches all the way down. So as you can see, we've got the cross section at the top where the lines meet. I'm going to place it where my mark is. I'm going to place my scoring tool, and I'm going to place the corner of my green card on the black line. And this way I'm going to create another score line, super quick and simple. Right? So as you can see, this one is done, and then I'm going to move it again. I'm going to hold it at the cross line and go all the way down where the black line is and where it meets the corner. So my top panel is ready. Now we have to use the scissors to cut the excess off. So first I'm going to cut that one flap off, then I'm going to leave the other one, and then we need a ruler. And this is very crucial if you want to create the Christmas tree festive box. I'm going to use a ruler and a pencil, and I'm going to mark 4 inches on this score line and also on the one that meets the corner. And when this is ready, then we're going to need a ruler to draw the straight line from the corner to the mark again, from that corner to the score line where we created the mark. And now it is time to cut the excess off, and it will be time to burnish the score lines as well. If you like festive boxes or any 3D projects, this video is for you. And if you haven't heard about hashtag 12 days of Christmas in July 2026, it is hosted by Monica by Pemona, and together with Katarina we're going to bring you some absolutely amazing festive inspiration for the first 12 days of July at 7 a.m. UK time. So our top part is ready. Then we can create the bottom part. So the bottom here measures 3 inches, and this is very crucial because I'm going to use brown card, and I'll make sure it actually measures 3 inches on each side. So as you can see, I've got my scoring board, and I've got the panel measuring 5.5 by 12.5 of an inch. And we're going to create a couple of score lines. So the first one is at half an inch all the way down. Then I will need 2 inches and 5 inches all the way down. And when these score lines are ready, then we're going to turn it 90 degrees, and we're going to create couple more score lines, and these will be super easy. So I'm going to score it at 3 inches, 6, 9 and 12. If your scoring board is not long enough, you can move your card to your marked line and then do 3 inches. Super quick and simple. Now it will be time to cut the excess off and create some flaps. So we need 4 flaps at the top, 1 on the side, and then we need 1 square panel with 3 flaps at the bottom. It will make sense when I cut them out, and you will see exactly what I'm doing. So as you can see, I'm creating the flap here, also the bottom, the left hand side, and then we're going to cut the excess off. And when this is ready, it will be time to burnish all the score lines and attach them to the top panel. Super quick and simple, right? And if you haven't checked Monica's, Mona's and Katarina's videos for today's project, I really encourage you to do so. And you can also use that hashtag 12 days of Christmas in July 2026 on social media. I know 2 amazing crafters are posting their amazing festive projects on Instagram. So yes, you can do that as well. So as you can see, it looks like half of a box, and that's exactly what we need for the bottom part. It is going to close it here. If you want, you can also use some magnets as well where the flap is, and that will be perfectly fine. So here I'm going to add my liquid glue on the green flap, and I'm going to attach it to the side. So as you can see, we've got four square base pyramid, and it is super easy to create. And then we're going to attach the brown panel. So I'm going to start with attaching the flaps first to the green bottom, all four at the same time, but actually one by one. So as you can see, I'm going to use my liquid glue. It is good idea to burnish it as well, so the glue is set before you move on to the next flap. And I do encourage you to do it, because this way it will look professionally finished. And if you do use your liquid glue, I do wonder which one is your favorite to make boxes. Please let me know in the comments down below. And if you've seen Monica's and Katarina's video for today's prompt, I wonder which project do you like the most. Please let me know in the comments down below. And talking about the prompts, I left all of them in the description down below for all the 12 days of Christmas in July. So you can check them out and create your own version, and that will be perfectly fine. So here, as you can see, I also added glue on the side flap, and I'm going to attach it. As you can see, I really take time here just to make sure the glue is set, and now we can close the box. Super quick and simple, right? So this box will be perfect for something not very heavy, maybe something like a keyring or a pom-pom, I don't know. Whatever you think will be good there. Now I'm going to add couple pearls at the top, and I thought something is missing here. So from my stash, I'm going to use one of the collections you saw yesterday from Mentai Papers called Holy Jolly, and I'm going to decorate the bottom of that box here. As you can see, I already have some die cuts here ready to go, and these are pretty thick and very easy to use. If you've never ever used Mentai Papers die cut stickers, I do encourage you to give them a go, because they are so easy to work with. As you can see, I'm adding couple of images on each side, and the project will be completed. If you want, you can also add some other embellishments, and that will be perfectly fine. I just had this one on hand, and I thought, why not? And at the top, I'm going to add a star as well. You can add angel, literally whatever you want on your Christmas tree 3D box. What do you think about this design? Do you like it? Please let me know in the comments down below. Now, when I finished creating that box, I think my next challenge would be to create the opening on the side, not at the bottom. So stay tuned for that video as well. All the measurements are mine. I just thought, let's create something festive and perfect for Christmas. Do you like this project? I really hope you do, and you will create your own version. Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And see you tomorrow for another inspiration. Happy crafting!